recording only. There's some sort of issue with Facebook and the connection to my platform, so it's not working. But I figured I'd go live anyway because I had a cool message I wanted to talk about. So for any of you listening to me on YouTube, or those of you that have figured out how to get over to YouTube from Facebook, here I am. It is a little late today because of this issue. So we're running about 10 minutes late from our 7:07 or a little less. And it's time for 7 Minutes of Sunshine this morning. So I appreciate those of you who have found your way over to YouTube for joining me. And today's message, and this is Tom Brody, of course, is about being a love warrior. And I talk a lot about this on the show. It's one of my core values is to find a way to love and lead with love. And it's fascinating to me as I just continue to go through the daily struggle of how many times we all face an opportunity to make a choice to love or not love, and how insidious it is to make the wrong choice. And I'll give you something as simple as me. Hey, Michael Cavan made it over. I love you, Michael. You are definitely a love warrior, my friend. But I had a little, Facebook, I would say, interaction a couple days ago, and I posted something political, which always brings out the ire, right? And it was a pretty, and I believe accurate claim that basically, thank you, Joe Biden, for saving us from fascism, which I definitely believe we are on the path toward. And I definitely believe we had a president who would do anything to stay in power, which is fascist, which is the person over the people, basically. And we see that all over the world. We see it with Putin. We see it in China. We see these men, mostly, always men, it seems like, who believe for some reason that they should be in power for the rest of their lives, that they are the anointed ones. And it is about as narcissistic as it gets. And so I posted that, and it's one of the most engaged posts I've done in a long time, because one of my high school classmates posted and was just furious, right? And it started going down the path, and I did not engage in this, but some of my Facebook friends engaged, and it started going down the path of absolute awful name-calling bullshit. And this individual was calling folks, liberals is supposed to be a bad word, I guess, but, all liberals are stupid. You're a lunatic. You hate our country, all this stuff. And it just showed me. And then, I wasn't proud of some of the responses from some of my friends, frankly, because, that's how do you win by engaging in that bullshit? And it's almost like it's so juvenile and infantile. It's almost as if it's as many of us have, like, we're still like 8 or 10 years old, and we're rooting for a football team or something. And so what do? That whole, if you remember when you're younger, that sports mentality, and, fuck you, and Michigan sucks. And, that's playful. We get into the political realm, and it's not playful. It's destructive as hell. And we have a lot of folks that just teach, that play off this us versus them and the hate. And it's incredibly sad. It's destructive, and it's doing tremendous damage to our country. It's weakening our country, but it's happening all over the world. It's definitely happening, and I do feel it's a backlash to progress. It is our less developed selves fighting back. It's a lack of discipline, but the bottom line is the opposite of love. It's about how to tear people apart instead of bring them together. And my question today is, And I say the same thing to myself because I really feel it's a daily challenge. It's just a daily challenge. And that is, are you a love warrior? Are you a love warrior? Are you for? What are you for? And do you get down in the gutter with folks and do you hate, or do you fight for love? And I love this idea of being a love warrior because it doesn't mean that you are meek. It doesn't mean that you hide or you keep quiet, but you stand up and you speak clearly through your words and actions. Love. And you do it right in the face of hate. And you don't have to name call and you don't have to hate, but you clearly call people out when they do. And you call them out when they name call. And I did that on the post. And I like what I said. And I basically asked why this person felt they needed to name call, for what purpose, for what ends, and that I am a liberal. And guess what? I'm not a bad person. And I don't hate America. And I don't believe my friend from high school hates America or is a bad person either. I do believe that there's an issue around propaganda in our country. And I do believe that certain leaders play on the us versus them and hating others as a way to feel okay about ourselves. And at the root of all of it is a lack of worthiness, right? That's kind of where I'm coming from today. My question is, are you a love warrior? And really challenge ourselves in every moment to make the right choice, to lead with love, the best that we can. And we see what hate does. We see what it does. We see what's happening in China. We see what happens all over the world with when power becomes, the ultimate goal versus love. And we see people get trampled on and abused. And we can start right where we are. We can make a difference right where we're at. There's my little love lecture today. For those of you who made it over, Michael, thank you. Michael says thousands of people going to their deaths instead of taking a vaccine because in their twisted logic, taking the vaccine is being owned by the libs, literally going to their deaths. For what? Good point. Great point, Michael. Great point. So, lead with love, my friends. Be a love warrior today. I hope you have a great day. Remember, even when it's really damn cloudy, the sun is always shining. And you are the sunshine. And I'll be back on Facebook tomorrow. I'm sure they'll get it fixed. I have Dion Manley. You're going to love this interview. I promise you. And then I finally have Kathy Adams on Thursday. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.